In the human intrusion, we will be discussing about the environmental impact of early human cultures. As the human being diversified and they have gone to different areas of the world, in the earlier times, we do know that they have very large impact today, but were there any effect or the earlier impact of the human cultures in the ancient times? So, an essential consequence of domestication and subsequent human spread is the environmental modification. माहौलियाती तब्दीली कहीं पे भी ह्यूमन चले जाएं, कहीं पे भी इंसान चले जाएं, वहाँ पे मौजूद होती है. उसकी वजह यह है कि जहाँ पे भी जाएंगे वहाँ पे जानवरों को डोमेस्टिकेट करेंगे, पौधों को डोमेस्टिकेट करेंगे और उसके नतीजे में मज़ीद आबादी बढ़ेगी जिससे कि माहौलियाती तब्दीलियाँ भी बढ़ जाएंगी. So in the post-glacial climate, the conditions in the temperate region become cooler and wetter, and the agriculture concept continue to spread into higher latitude. So जहाँ जहाँ पे हमें फसलें उगाने के मौके मिलते गए, जहाँ जहाँ पे environment change होता गया after post glaciation, जब there were some glaciers in the ancient time, as we have discussed in the earlier topics. When those glaciers receded, जब वो glacier ख़त्म हो गए, then we had an opportunity to grow upward towards the temperate regions, which were becoming more cooler and wetter. So the incentive to modify the environment to make it more suitable for enhanced productivity of domestic animals and plants become a major driving force for the expanding human population. So जो भी temperate areas they were not very suitable for the domesticated animals or plants. Whatever the plants or animals we had domesticated in the particular regions of the world, they were not adaptable to the temperate areas. If we want to farm, if we want to do the agriculture, then we have to change those areas and we have to modify those areas, and that's what the human population did. उन्होंने जंगलों की कटाई की और वहाँ पे ऐसे मौके पैदा किए जहाँ पे जानवर और पौधे जो कि डोमेस्टिकेटेड हैं पहले से वो ग्रो कर सकें और अपनी नशोनुमा पा सकें ताकि वो बढ़ती हुई इंसानी आबादी की ग़िज़ाई ज़रूरियात को पूरा कर सकें. So in the pre-agriculture times, the Mesolithic people of northern Europe discovered that opening of the forest and burning to retain open glades provided a higher productivity of red deer. So उन्होंने देखा कि जब हम कुछ जंगलों के कितात को जला देते हैं, वहाँ पे खाली जगहें पैदा करते हैं, तो उससे क्या होता है कि रेड डियर यानी कि सर्विस एलिफस it increased in the population. Why does it happen? So जब वो they were destructing the forest region, there were more ground herbs they were able to grow, and on those ground herbs the red deer was able to flourish, and that red deer was the food source for those Mesolithic people of northern Europe. And then there is hunting and foraging strategies of the Native American produce a patchwork of seasonal settlements that involve burning forests. So जहाँ पे भी Native American people जाते थे, वहाँ पे उन्होंने जहाँ पे वो रहना चाहते थे और जहाँ पे वो स्टे करना चाहते थे, वहाँ पे वो जंगलों को काट के वहाँ पे अपने रहन सहन का सामान करते थे. This led to a sharp division between habitats such as prairie grasslands and woodlands. So prairie grasslands are those grasslands which are having जहाँ पे इक्का दुक्का दरख्त मौजूद हों, लेकिन वहाँ पे main species will be the grasses, and the woodland which is solely जहाँ पे सिर्फ और सिर्फ दरख्त ही हों. And intensive clearance in the eastern United States and Canada was usually delayed until the arrival of European settlers in the 18th and 19th century. So the United States and Canada, these were the countries which were having substantial amount of forest cover on their land before the arriving of the European settlers. It is often marked in the pollen diagrams by marked rise in the ragweed which is ambrosia. So जहाँ पे भी दरख्त कम होंगे वहाँ पे जड़ी बूटियाँ ज़्यादा उगेंगी. So ambrosia or ragweed that is increasing. अगर हम माजी के रिकॉर्ड्स देखें तो जैसे जैसे पोलन की मिकदार बढ़ती है, the ragweed pollens are increasing with the time, and we can correlate with that with the arrival of the European when they start cutting forest and start making some settlements there. And environmental change has accelerated in the last few centuries, and the face of Earth is changing even faster. So हम जैसे जैसे जंगलात काटते जा रहे हैं, अर्थ जो ज़मीन की शक्ल जो है वो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बिगड़ती जा रही है. The destruction that temperate forests have experienced during these recent centuries is now being repeated in the tropical forest. So whatever we have seen here, temperate regions, for example, USA and Canada, the jungles were being cut in the 17th and 18th century, and it was gradually depleted, as we will be discussing in the next slides. Same is happening even today in the tropical rainforests. Here you can see the extent of virgin forest in what is now United States of America in 1620 of American old growth forest. And this is the diagram from Linz et al. You can see that from the east coast there is a large portion in the dark color which is containing the forest, and so is the case for the west coast as well. Now in 1850, the extent of virgin forest, which is now the United States of America, in 1850, these American old growth forests have depleted in the regions where the humans have started settling, and this is the 1850, and this is start of the industrial revolution, which has accelerated the way we are cutting the trees here. And here you can see the 1920. So virgin forest, the virgin forest means the forests which have not yet been cut are now completely present in the form of patches all over the United States. There is very, very huge areas which are now containing very different species of other planted trees, but they do not contain the actual American old growth forest, as you can see in this particular slide.